Discretion is advised. Your mama black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
Right!
Our top story today, a fork-bending worker standing before a judge for the first time. It happened this morning in Recorder's Court. Keith Sebastian Ray pleaded not guilty to contributing to the delinquency of a minor and child molestation. Based on the fact that Ray did not have any prior offenses, the Recorder's Court judge released him on a $25,000 bond for the child molestation and $2,000 on contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Ray is also ordered not to be around any juveniles. According to an arrest report, Ray admitted to giving 2 girls ecstasy and then, quote, fondling another female.
Also developing at noon, 6 teens accused of raping a girl near Winter Springs High School will face a judge, and investigators say some of that attack was recorded. Local 6's Lewis Bolden live in Seminole County, where 5 of the 6 teens will be in court. What's the latest, Lewis?
Well, Bridget, all of these young men are charged with sexual battery. This will be their first time going before a judge since they were arrested yesterday afternoon. The judge will formally explain the charges against them, and 5 of the 6 are juveniles. Winter Springs police arrested the 6 suspects yesterday afternoon. 17-year-old Deontay Stewart, 17-year-old Hosea Sims, 16-year-olds Marquis Pierre and Tobert Alexander, and 17-year-old Taiwan Johnson will all be in juvenile court. 18-year-old Toriano Batten will be in adult court. According to Winter Springs police, all 6 sexually assaulted a 16-year-old girl in a wooded area just south of Winter Springs High School last Thursday afternoon during 2 different incidents. According to the arrest report, the victim recorded part of the ordeal with her iPod. According to the report, quote, the video, which showed several males asking for oral sex and the victim advising no. During the video, you clearly hear the victim advise no, she wants to go back to school. And you hear the males keep asking, and Stewart even say it's his birthday. According to the report, the victim continues to say no and appears to have a nervous laugh. The males are circling her and appear to be trying to intimidate her into performing the acts and keeping her from leaving. End quote.
Quite simply, no means no. And when somebody says no and they don't want to participate in any of this activity, you need to be wise enough to say, okay, no means no.
Again, 5 of the 6 suspects are juveniles, and they will be right here in the Juvenile Detention Center. That hearing starts at 1:30, and I will be tweeting live as the hearing happens. Bridget?
And Lewis, what about that 6th suspect?
Yeah, he is 18 years old, so he will be having his first appearance at 1:30 as well. It's actually right down the street from here at the Seminole County Jail. We'll have updates on that one as well.
Thanks, Lewis.
You take it so personally, or like, you know, take it in a way to where you carry it off the field. Really, you know, it's just football. Things happen. So, I mean, but this week I'm just ready, you know, and focused on getting prepared for Alabama and playing this game.
Ended the life of a beloved Newton school counselor, and now he will spend the rest of his life in prison. Maggie Daniels was strangled to death inside her apartment in Newton more than 2 years ago. Eyewitness News reporter Dave Faraday learned about the key evidence that solved this brutal crime.
It has been 2.5 years since his arrest, but today Charmin Odom is no longer smiling after pleading guilty to first-degree murder, sexual offense, and kidnapping in Maggie Daniels' death. Her family spoke in court about her impact on others and their loss.
Our lives will never be the same. Our broken hearts will never mend. There is no closure. There is no peace.
Maggie, we love you. We miss you. And we will never forget you.
Police say Sharman Odom was the only neighbor who wouldn't give them a DNA sample. When they checked his cell phone, they found out that he had taken a selfie around the time of the murder. On the photo, they could see a long scratch on his face. Prosecutors say there was clear evidence of a struggle and DNA evidence under Maggie Daniels' fingernails that matched Sharman Odom. Hair samples found on her body also linked him to the crime. Prosecutors say after the sexual assault and strangulation, the killer put her clothes back on and did something else.
Her head had been turned to the side. Her hair had been combed in one uniform direction.
Prior to the judge's sentence, Odom told the family his heart went out to them, but he didn't apologize.
And hopefully there will be a little justice today.
He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole as part of a plea. Maggie Daniels' former students agreed with the prosecutor's decision to avoid a lengthy trial.
Anybody that she came in contact with, she just touched you, and you never forgot her.
Reporting from Newton, I'm Dave Faraday, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.